Hello citizens! Today I had one of those days where I just didn't feel like doing anything. No more collecting datapads from criminals for the CFP, no more killing huge radioactive bugs or hauling crates. But then again, what else is there to do around here? I tried a classic pastime that never gets old, watching plants grow. It got old pretty quickly. Then I tried a staring contest with the concierge, but while I stood perfectly still, strictly following the rules of the game, that guy kept twitching around like an addict in withdrawal. So I told myself, maybe I could have a beer. Then I thought, maybe two. And then again, how many beers can I handle before passing out? It's science time! Obviously, since this was a scientific experiment, I decided to play it safe and bought 1000 beers. You never know, I might have a very high alcohol tolerance. I checked my inventory to see if they arrived. It's my first time buying wholesale like this, and perfect, the beers are here. Full of enthusiasm, I ran and jumped to the Metroloop station. Once I got to the platform, alas, I missed the train. My enthusiasm almost faltered for a second, and science nearly lost such a crucial result. But luckily, the next train came right away, and off I went. At the Space Tour station, I kept moving with great enthusiasm and stopping in front of two strange young specimens engaged in some odd game on their Moviglass. Kids these days. Always glitching between plants and watching Citizen Bob videos on YouTube. I bet you two aren't even subscribed. Go hit that like button! But then, what's that one pointing at? The vase? But who knows? Let's move on. I arrived still full of enthusiasm at the hangar consoles, where I get distracted by another local pointing something out. I don't understand what is so important, but I try my best to follow local customs, and I finally managed to point together with this man. We now are friends for life. I finally reached the hangar, and I immediately moved the ship out of the way since I don't want any distraction. I grab my trusty freight elevator and load up my 1000 bottles. It takes a while, but just when I'm about to lose hope, behold the spectacle. Let the experiment begin. After a few beers, I do a quick run and enthusiasm test, and everything seems fine. Proceeding. Another test, all normal, but maybe it's time to take off my shirt. For science, of course. Now I'm starting to feel something. After just 15 beers, my walk's getting wobbly, but my enthusiasm still strong. Time to lose the pants, but not the loafer and sock combo. That's sacred. There we go. I'm totally out of my mind after 22 beers. From now on, every sip could be the one. And sure enough, after just 27 beer, I hit the floor. Being this a scientific experiment, I need a second test to confirm it wasn't just a gust of wind or a stumble that brought me down. And another beer, and boom, down again. We have an official number, 27. But really, it's kind of a shame to have 973 beers left and not use them, right? Maybe I could answer another of humanity's great questions. How many beers can I load to completely fill the freight elevator? And all those related questions like, what happens to the universe if I do this? Will it hold? Will it implode? Only one way to find out. Stumble my way back to my favorite shop and buy more beer. I tried to speed things up by buying beers at the Space Tour shop, but No, no beers, damn it. It's quite a struggle on the way, but when I see my two young friends again, well, now I kind of understand them. Everything makes more sense. With great effort, I catch the train just in time and head back to my scientific beer supplier. I run a quick calculation to determine a proper quantity and reach a precise scientific conclusion. I buy 20,000 beers. I have to check if they arrived. Hey, gorgeous. How you doing? No, science first. After 4.5 minutes of failing to make the terminal work, I realize I'm standing in front of a door. So I go to the right place and see a beer disaster. I just have to trust it. The beer are there. With great difficulty, I make my way back to the spaceport where... Hey, hi friends, you too? Anyway, back to the spaceport and then to the hangar. There awaits a dreadful task. To make the beer visible, I have to gather them all in my inventory. After this exhausting effort, I have over 20,000 beers ready to go. Let's load them up. Nope, they don't fit. Well, we already have our first answer. The number we are looking for, it's less than 20,000. I do some math and a few more tests until I reach the final result. This is the maximum number of beers the elevator can hold. 17,750. Humanity, you're welcome. But science isn't just cold numbers, isn't it? Who wouldn't want to see 70,750 beers lined up on the freight elevator? I certainly would. So, let's go. Well, maybe go is a bit of an overstatement. The elevator takes its sweet time, and I'll speed this up for you because I care, and I spare you the 70 minutes and 54 seconds of absolutely nothing apart me nervously walking. That is exactly how long it took the elevator to work. And then, well, I guess you can see the disappointment on my face. The beers look exactly the same as before, maybe 2,000 tops, but definitely not 17,750. But that's science, moments of glory followed by moments of... and there it is, the world just imploded. That, folks, is what happened when you don't want to do missions. Leave a like, drop a hype comment with more crazy questions like how many apples can fit in a zoo's bathroom, and don't forget to subscribe and support the channel, it's really appreciated. And if you want a beer, swing by, I might have one or two left. See you next time, citizens.
Bob, go back to work. Stop messing around with this. I'm watching.